often are you weighing yourself? If you're trying to lose weight, how often are you weighing yourself? Not how often do you weigh yourself when you're gaining weight, because that's normally different. Well, it's different for me. When I'm gaining weight, I jump on the scales if and when I think about it, which isn't very often. Or if my trousers are a bit tight and I think, oh, I wonder if I'm putting weight on. And then I get on the scales and yes, I'm putting weight on. And so I don't then have to get back on the scales because I don't particularly want to know. But when I'm trying to lose weight, I weigh myself daily. And I'm wondering whether you do the same and whether it might be a good idea to do the same if you're not. I think most of us, we weigh in weekly. We've probably been taught that that's the normal thing to do because there are all those weekly groups, aren't there? And you go and you pay your £5 or whatever it is and you have your weekly weigh-in. So it makes sense that we would go, well, that's obviously how often you need to weigh in. But for me, a weekly weigh-in tells me a lot less than I used to think it did. Let me explain that. So a week last Sunday, I weighed 12 stone 5. Monday, 12 stone 5. Tuesday, 12 stone 4. And I stayed at 12 stone 4. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, I was 12 stone 5. Monday, I was 12 stone 3. Tuesday, 12 stone 5. Wednesday, 12 stone 4. Thursday, yesterday, 12 stone 3. Friday, today, 12 stone 3. If I was weighing in weekly and Sunday was my weigh day, then those numbers would mean Sunday to Sunday, the scales would tell me I'd lost £0. If weigh day was Monday, then the scales would tell me I'd lost £2. But if weigh day was Tuesday, the scale would have told me I'd gained £1. But during that time, I was in a calorie deficit every day. Every day I at least went for a long walk with the dogs, and I went for a couple of runs as well, more than a couple of runs. It's a week and a half, isn't it? So I'll have done 3 or 4 runs. So I was taking care of business, but the scale was doing what scales do, which is zigzag, up and down, plateau, up, down, down, up. It zigzags. And you don't necessarily realise that that's perfectly normal. Daily weigh-in is so noisy that you start to realise that the noise is data. It's not measuring fat loss. It's measuring how much you weigh compared to how much you weighed yesterday and the day before. It gives you that data. What does that tell you? Well, my data tells me that there's been a fair amount of stress in the house recently, and I've had a few days with really disturbed sleep. There's also been a couple of days where I've grabbed something quick, and that tends to mean that there's bread or pasta involved, and that means I'm going to retain water. It might be that I've had a particularly salty dinner, which means I'm going to retain water. At some point really soon, the scale's going to go up again because my period's on its way. I can gain between 3 and 5 pounds literally overnight if my periods come in. Yeah, I know, 54, 55 next month. I thought that they'd be gone by now as well. But the point really is that your hormones, your sleep patterns, your day-to-day life, the fact that you ate at 10 o'clock before you went to bed last night and you've still yet to poop that out, that's what the noise on the scales is. If you do a daily weigh-in, you can see that because you work out, this is so noisy, it can't possibly be telling me what I think it tells me. But with a weekly weigh-in, you miss the noise. You think it's telling you what your weight loss has been over the week, and it's just not. You could lose £2, have a really crappy day, weigh-in day is the following day, and all of a sudden your numbers are up, and they're not. It's not telling you anything about your weight loss journey. But some people can't cope with the noise from a daily weigh-in. So maybe think about a monthly weigh-in, because a monthly weigh-in is even quieter. A monthly weigh-in shows you a genuine trend. It cuts out all the ziggy-zaggy. It'll give you a straight line. Might be a straight line like that, might be a straight line like that. So yeah, how often are you weighing yourself? Because as unpopular an opinion as it might well be, I think weekly weigh-ins can hinder us as much as they help us. I think we can fixate on that number. We don't say, I've been working hard all week, so that pound gain or £2 gain is clearly down to hormones or lack of sleep or whatever. We go, oh, it's not working. This is hopeless. This is pointless. I'm not getting anywhere. I might as well stop. Might as well eat what I like, do nothing. And that's wrong. The scale will catch up. So give it chance. Either make it noisier by having a daily weigh-in so you can see the noise and work out just isn't telling me what I think it's telling me about my weight loss journey, or have a monthly weigh-in so you can just see the trend with a lot less noise.